Good morning, I'm Joe Neighbour from Signal Centre, and today another short roundup for you, but this time on the FX markets. Now, just a quick roundup on the headlines and what to expect today. All eyes on the ECB. We've got the first policy announcement after raising its inflation target to 2%, and that's due today around about 1:30. Investors will also want to know what this means for interest rates and for bond purchases. Christine Lagarde has hyped this July meeting, which is used to mark the start of the summer lull for many traders, by promising interesting variations and changes. With the debate on whether inflation is transitory is still raging, and the ECB remains well behind its major peers in terms of reining in its stimulus program. So today at 12:45 we have the ECB rate decision, no change in rates expected, and also no change in policy. But at 1:30 we have the press conference, and there will be a focus on potential tapering of asset purchases, and this could prompt some volatility in eurozone stocks, and in particular in the euro currency. So today, just going to talk about the euro in general. What I have on the screen for you now is the euro index. So this is a basket of currencies versus the euro, much in the same way as we look at the dollar index. There are other currency baskets available as well for you to get a steer on where you think these currencies might be heading. This chart actually looks very similar to that of euro dollar, which we'll come on to shortly. But just looking at this from a technical perspective, I'm a bit concerned about what I see, because I think a large top pattern is potentially forming here. So those that have studied any sort of technical analysis previously will see the potential for a head and shoulders top taking shape here. And I'm just drawing this on now as we speak. So the all-important level now is this red line here, which is the neckline of this head and shoulders top pattern. Until the neckline is broken, it's only a potential pattern, but it looks pretty scary and looks very close to coming to some sort of conclusion. Yesterday we posted a low at 117.55 on the currency index. I'll take a quick look at what this looks like for euro dollar in a second. But if this breaks down, then we can start thinking about a huge reversal in the euro that's taken shape, and we will see hopefully a trend start to emerge that is more consistent and that could potentially yield decent returns and good trading opportunities as well. So this is how the euro is looking on a longer term basis. But if we take a look at euro dollar, very similar charts. Again, I think we've got a head and shoulders top pattern forming here. Obviously, a lot of that is down to what we've seen recently in terms of dollar strength. But this 117.51 level that I've highlighted here in blue, and below that this 117.04 level, are the really key levels to watch for me at the moment. If these levels break down, then we can safely say we've completed this head and shoulders reversal top pattern, and we can start looking for lower prices over the medium term. Now, when we're looking at these patterns, what we can do is take measurements from the head down to the neckline and project these prices lower to give us an indication on targets and where we can expect price to go over the medium term. And in the case of euro dollar, that price is down at 110.56, so quite a considerable amount of downside potential on this one. And if we just take a look at what that means from a percentage basis, we're looking at around about 6.2% from current prices to the downside. So from a trading point of view, that offers good opportunities, because I believe, when we see these sort of top patterns, we can get persistent trends emerge, and therefore we'd be looking to sell rallies in anything linked to the euro if this top pattern does indeed complete. And I think we're going to see something happen potentially today around this press conference around 1:30. And obviously we're looking to keep an eye out on the comments that come out from Christine Lagarde at that time. So really interesting day ahead for the euro. Let's just take a quick look at some of the other majors linked to the euro. First up, let's look at euro yen. Ultimately, this had been trading in a really nice uptrend, as you can see here, from these lows that we posted back in May last year. Really tight channel that was performing very nicely for anybody that was buying dips on that. But what we saw here was a big impulsive break to the downside on the 21st of June. And then technically, really quite nice retest of the underside of that channel before the downtrend then took hold. So this looks to be trending lower. In the last couple of days we have seen a bit of a bounce, but I think any upside is going to be limited on this one. So the key level to watch in the downside is 128.59. If this gets taken out, then we can expect a continuation lower. And in terms of upside, I'd be looking for it to be faded probably into this kind of region here at 131.26 would be my take on that in the short term. And finally, if we take a look at euro sterling, this has been pretty mixed because sterling's been a bit of a mixed bag as well. But price action has been pretty choppy in and around this area here. Yes, we've seen a nice little push to the upside, but that's failed into the 86.65 level, and the sellers have stepped in. So it looks as though we're going to head back towards this 85.11 level and potentially test that support once again. So all in all, big day ahead. I think this is where it's at in euro dollar. We're really on the cusp of completing a large head and shoulders top here. So keep an eye out for this announcement and potential volatility around 12:45 to 1:30. And then after that, actually at 3 p.m, we've got the Eurozone consumer confidence number. So plenty to keep us interested today. Trade safe if you're involved in anything linked to the euro, and I'll be back again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.